Wonderful. All right.
So where are you guys joining from?
Our kitchen in Littleton.
Okay, cool.
How are you?
Good to meet y'all.
And good to meet you. I heard you just moved to Portugal.
1 week ago today.
Wow, what brought you to Portugal?
We visited here a couple years ago and just wanted to get out of Texas, and we just adopted this year. We wanted to show our kid the world, and this is a good place to travel from. Europe is close by, and
Wow.
being in Texas, you can't even get to another state without driving 8 hours or whatever. So
That's awesome. It's a very good adventure for all of you.
oh, it's been an interesting week. KJ, my son, where he starts summer camp tomorrow, and we're going to figure out how to get him enrolled in school. And we've been just buying furniture and getting internet and phone and all that stuff. It's all challenging because I don't speak Portuguese at all. So
I'm sure a lot of them actually speak English.
yeah, they do, but we don't want to be like that. We just got this cat tree. The cats seem to like it a lot. So
Yeah, looks like it.
Did you bring the cats with you?
we brought 1 dog and 3 cats.
Wow.
That was a lot of fun, let me tell you.
So you had to fly.
Yeah, I can imagine. I traveled with 2 cats across state in a 26-footer.
Yeah, cats and cars don't mix.
No, they don't.
We left out of Boston because Boston's the only direct flight to here, and we didn't want to subject the cats and dog to multiple flights. So we took a road trip from Houston to Boston over the course of many days.
Wow.
It was a pretty stressful time, actually. So
Well, we can't thank you enough for, looking into being a kidney match. And of course, this is Joseph.
hey, Joe, how you feeling?
I'm feeling way better than before.
Awesome.
Doing great. Thanks to you.
I appreciate your letter. I never had any guarantee that I would be, able to meet the recipient. So that was a nice surprise. It was really cool. Let me introduce my family real quick.
Yeah.
This is Alicia, my wife.
Hi.
We got married 10 years ago, and she donated a kidney 5 years ago.
Wow, does she know her recipient?
First, because I beg your pardon.
Does she know her recipient?
She did not at the time, but we do now. And this is my kid KJ licking his plate.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Kate.
Hey.
Oh, hey, I just realized you. One's in. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Alicia and KJ.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, TJ.
This is Jenny the dog.
Aw.
It's dinner time here, so we've been doing that.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for taking the time and to your busy schedule. I didn't realize all of that was going on. So we really thank you. When you emailed me, I got so excited and tears were flowing because I never had the opportunity to meet my kidney. So when this happened, it was like, wow, I kind of feel a connection of a donor to you. So it's an honor, and thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, no, it was the greatest and great thing to be involved in. It's a little overwhelming to think about. We're 2 months out, I feel good. I'm glad Joe's looking good. It's my understanding that you've done this before. You had you got a kidney when you were just a baby, right?
Yeah, I got a kidney when I was about 3, but that donor was a deceased donor, so I never got to meet him. Or so it's
I
good.
wrote his family a couple of times and sent pictures through the exchange, but I had never heard back. So this is really, really cool to meet his second donor, and hopefully he won't have to have another one for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Oh,
Internet. Just a minute.
It was getting kind of glitchy.
yep. I
That's
think,
okay. That happens over the internet sometimes.
yeah. I think it'll reach that. But yeah, you're looking so good, Joe.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Is Marshall still with us?
I think so. Oh, we'll probably join that on in a second.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, they
wow.
were eating, having dinner. So
Yeah.
Whatever time it is up there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
8. It's 8 o'clock now, or 7.
8 o'clock at night.
yeah, it was truly a way better experience this time because you had a lot of guilt and remorse for receiving the first one. And
Right.
this was given to us by a person that he's superhero. He gave a part of him to save somebody else's life. That's a superhero. And that was amazing. We get to thank him for his heroism, and we don't have to feel bad. So that, to me personally, I don't know about these guys. These guys are warriors, and I'm not. But that's how I viewed it. It's amazing.
I hope you can jump back on.
I think it was on.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, hi. Hi again.
No worries.
Sorry. I think I was too far away from our Wi-Fi setup.
That's got to be a challenge.
Well, I just went to the other side of the house, but I'm back in the same room as it. So hopefully this will work.
You're
What
still
else?
learning all the ins and outs of the internet and stuff there. I got to spend a month in Peru, in Lima, Peru,
Cool.
2 years ago, and that was quite the experience.
You guys
Oh, well, Joe, did you have a couple of questions for Marshall?
I don't have a lot. I don't know if I have any at the moment.
You're gonna ask him when-
Yeah, don't be put on the spot or whatever.
Can I ask how long you've been playing your guitar?
What's that?
How long has he been playing his guitar?
Oh, how long have you been playing guitar?
3 to 4 years. 3 to 4 years.
Okay,
He
cool.
was always playing toy guitars, and you know, when he was little, I have a video of him. He set up the 5-gallon like Home Depot buckets out front, and he would play drums, and he's always played with music. But a few years ago is when he decided to really start learning the guitar, and now he has 3 guitars, and he's starting to learn the piano.
When he was
Wow.
first
That's
unplugged
awesome.
from the dialysis and he got his first kidney, it was the first interaction with the neighbor kids. And the complaints from them was, Joe's making us play his game. And I'm like, you don't have to. You can go home. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. Just, because they're little goobers, And a few minutes later, I go out there and they're all on the porch and he's directing them and they're singing and they're playing their little instruments that he made them make. And I go, what are you guys doing? He goes, we're playing church. He's making us be in a choir. He's Father Sean.
He's
So
always,
he's been that way all the time.
he's always formed little bands with all his friends.
So it's pretty,
Cool.
it's an amazing gift
Excellent.
you gave. And,
Keep it up.
you know,
Don't stop
we-
playing
we
music.
see all these movies of superheroes and stuff, and they're actually like you. Thank you.
That's very kind. I appreciate it. Joe, keep playing. I've been playing guitar since I was about your age. The thing I miss most about Texas is I was in a country band there.
Oh, what was the name of your band?
Called the Five and Dimers. I'll send you guys. I've got a link if you guys want to see a video. Just don't watch it now.
Yeah, no, we will. Thank you.
Oh,
Well, he wants to be a country artist and be in a band, and he's working his way up to that.
He
Cool.
definitely will get there. I know it. He has the talent, the drive, the passion. So it will happen.
deal. Yeah, when I got your letter, I thought we were pretty surprised about that coincidence.
It seemed like fate. It seemed perfect.
Awesome. Well, Joseph had another question for you.
Yes. So what inspired you or drove you into where you are now, like with the transplant and everything?
Do you mean why I donated?
Yeah.
Because of her. I've never had any, this may be weird for you because you've had surgeries and you've had medical diagnosis your entire life and you're used to that environment and you're obviously a very brave person. But I was terrified of surgery. I've never had any kind of surgery and I never would have considered it. But Alicia got me into donating blood regularly a few years ago. And so I know that's nothing like donating an organ, but it kind of got me in that mindset of doing something that really wasn't, it was a minor inconvenience for me, but that could mean a lot to someone else. Donating a kidney's it's not the same as donating blood, obviously, but in the big scheme of things, I'm fine. It's 2 months later. It wasn't that big of a deal, but to have the chance to, help someone else to whom it would be a big deal was important, I guess. And the fact that I'm really glad that we got to meet and that I got your letter. So thank you for that. But even if I never knew anything about the person, it's almost like that didn't matter. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well.
Well, that's the definition of heroism.
Absolutely.
It's something that you didn't have to do, but you wanted to, and you saw it and you took care of it. There you go.
How did you find out about Joseph's particular campaign of, reaching out and needing that?
Well, I signed up to be a non-directed donor, which means they were going to match me up with whoever they decided was the best candidate based on based on the need and everything. So
it actually set off a chain of a lot of other people getting kidneys.
I understand that. Yeah.
Huh. So you just started off, want to do this, and
I didn't know anything about you guys until I got Joe's letter. Which I actually still don't have the letter. My donation coordinator based in my hospital in Austin, we had already left town and she emailed me like a scan of the letter. So I actually don't have the letter yet. So I didn't have your return address. That's why I didn't write back. I just got, the letter itself 2 weeks ago, I guess. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I hope the keychain comes with it that he designed in dialysis. He designed with the art therapist a 3D, thing, and he designed a Donate Life keychain that we enclosed in it.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
I was told about that, or in your letter you mentioned that, and I'm going to be back in Texas for my follow-up before Christmas at some point. So I told them to hold it for me.
Okay.
If they mail it, there's problems with the mail and I don't want to risk it getting lost. So I would just rather pick it up next time I'm back, but I'm definitely looking forward to getting that. Thank you. No, seriously, we just got copies of our keys and these guys got keychains and I need one. That's perfect.
So many small things just keep working out. I love it.
Well, did Marty share with you like how all this started for Joe and it ended up to be like a news story here and they want to do a follow-up interview with Joe next weekend with the same reporter. And
Yeah.
so I emailed the Children's Hospital and I said, hey, we just, kind of heard by proxy from the donor, would it be appropriate to, video him into the conference or to the interview? So it's going to be next Friday or Saturday sometime before noon our time, because I work the evenings. So we're just waiting for the main coordinator of the media stuff to get back from her vacation. So we'll nail that all down.
If I can help with that, I'll definitely be happy to do that. Maybe I can go to our local library so I don't risk the internet creating problems. Are y'all in mountain time or
Mountain daylight time right now. So right now it's coming up on 1:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah. So we're 6 hours ahead of you. So morning time, your time would be best for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't, again, I didn't know about Joe, your particular need or anything, but I saw Marty's website, and then I learned after the fact about the campaign. I'd never heard of Eagle-Barrett syndrome. Is it, did you want to talk about that a little bit and tell me that's, I guess that's how you guys got to know one another, right?
Eagle-Barrett syndrome is the same thing as
Prune belly.
Yeah, it's the same thing as prune belly syndrome, Eagle-Barrett syndrome, same thing. She knows more about it, so I'm gonna let her explain.
Right.
Well,
I wasn't familiar with
we
it.
talk about it to other people all the time.
Hey, I'm gonna break here. Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you and your family, all y'all. And
we'll talk again.
His truck and all his tools are outside.
Yeah, I
in the
was right in the
driveway.
middle of cleaning out the company truck. Sorry. I'm a
Good to meet
foreman
you.
on commercial plumbing. Anyway, you are a hero. That's the epitome of heroship. Live that life because you deserve it, and your whole family. You got a young man right there. Good luck to you. I wish you the best. Is in your new surroundings. How exciting. But I'll let you guys talk. Thank you. It was a
Thank you,
pleasure
sir.
meeting you, and
Thank you.
for
We'll be in touch.
Bye.
So yeah, when I was just 3 months pregnant with him, an ultrasound showed that there was an issue with the bladder, and so a few doctors, they didn't think he would even make it, or if he did make it, then he would have a poor quality of life, and because he would be so shackled and so have all these disabilities, and he wouldn't enjoy life at all. And so we just were like, well, we'll just see what happens. And so the prune belly syndrome part, the Eagle-Barrett, in the womb, his urethra formed like super narrow, so amniotic fluid wasn't circulating. So it was just building up in his bladder. And so his bladder is like 3 times the normal bladder size. And so it can hold way more than it's supposed to, but it basically destroyed his kidneys before he was even born, because it all backed up and the kidneys, were overloaded. So yeah, he was on peritoneal dialysis since he was a month old.
Oh my God.
Yeah, then got his transplant right after his 3rd birthday. And that was an incredible kidney. It lasted 12 and a half years. And last summer they told us, as he goes through puberty, that kidney he had a couple rejection scares and that sort of thing, and infections. And it was only one. No, when you were little, there was another one. But infections that his original native kidneys caused kind of hurt that transplanted kidney. And so last summer they said, as it goes through puberty and adolescence, this kidney is not gonna probably hold that stress. And so sure enough, this past, I think it was February, March, we did labs, and all of a sudden everything didn't look good, like in a matter of 6 weeks. And they were like, well, it kind of broke. The kidney finally broke. And so that's when they put him on the list. But we had already been kind of putting the feelers out there last November, December. And 112 people came through. But back to the prune belly syndrome, because the bladder was so distended, it prevented his abdominal muscles from forming properly.
Okay.
So when he was 4 years old, he had a tummy tuck. Basically, he had an abdominoplasty, taking his oblique muscles and kind of stretching them across,
Wow.
making whatever they could as far as tummy muscles for him, which really, really helped a lot. It helped, his bowels, helped his bladder, just helped his overall balance and being able to just, be mobile. So if you can think about your belly with thin or missing muscles, it's just a weird thing to think about. So,
Wow.
so yeah, that's the crux of a lot of his issues, is his bladder issues that are directly tied to his kidney. So he has to go to the bathroom a lot. He has to drink a lot of water, and whatever his bladder doesn't squeeze out, he has a port called a metrophenoph. It's a port through his tummy that goes right to his bladder. So that's where he casts through that several times a day, just to get any residual stuff out. Because he pees normally, just his bladder just doesn't squeeze it all out. There's a lot of nooks and crannies for urine to kind of hang out and cause trouble. So,
Yeah.
so he casts about every 2 to 3 hours during the day, in addition to going to the bathroom. And show him your water bottle.
It's giant.
He drinks at least a half a gallon of water a day to keep that kidney hydrated and functioning.
I like that bottle.
Yeah. It's motivational. It has like little motivational phrases every 2 hours. So that's what he's doing to, keep this kidney. They want it, they said it should last for twice as long as the last one. So we're super excited about that.
So one of those 112 people that you said came through wasn't a match for him, but said that they would donate if he got a kidney from someone else. And that's how Marshall set off that chain.
Yeah.
There's a pizza guy in Austin that definitely got a kidney off of it, but we don't know how long the chain was. I think that's really cool that somebody donated on your behalf, like a quid pro quo. This kid gets one, you can have mine.
Yeah, that's amazing. And the way the media campaign and everything like took off was a blessing, because I had a transplant 4 years ago, and it was a successful transplant. Everything went well, and after I was healed, part of my mission is, since everything went well for me, I have to pay it back somehow. I can't do a kidney, but I knew that I could create a campaign to help others. And through the foundation, that's how that started. And it's been a blessing. And that's how I connected with Joe even before that. And we were friends. And then the need happened and we met. And we're like, oh, wow, it's a blessing the way it's supposed to be. So I'm happy that the media campaign, and that was the thing that spread the word.
Yeah, I think my coordinator will probably let me know how many people ended up getting donations, but I'm hoping that it's a few people were impacted. But obviously if it's just Joe, and if it's helped him, that's enough.
Absolutely.
At least they told us at least 2 people out of those 112 that came through, at least 2 of them actually have received their transplant, because some of them are still just now getting, seeing that shared social media, so they come forward, and so they're told, oh, Joe got his transplant, and then they say, well, can we see if we're a match for somebody else? And 2 people so far, in addition, have gotten their kidney.
Awesome.
So what part of Portugal did you move to?
It's an island chain in the middle of the Atlantic called the Azores, Azores. So we're kind of between North America and Europe. If you look on a globe, we're in the middle of the ocean. It's a 4-hour flight from Boston, and again, that's why we wanted to take the animals there, because it's the easiest way to get them here with the least amount of trouble and trauma for them. But yeah, who knows how long we're here? It's just like an open-ended stay.
It's so cool that you can do that.
I work remotely, so and so does Alicia. So we're really lucky to do that. We were, Austin's a great place to be, and I moved there to be a musician 20 years ago, but it's changed a lot in 20 years. And we just wanted to make a change, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, I also work remotely from home for Outrigger Reservations, and that's a hotel chain in Hawaii. So I get to go to Hawaii, hopefully early next year again, on business. But and then we have resorts in Fiji, and Mauritius as well. So yeah, island. What's that?
We're going to Mauritius next year.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
We have, the Outrigger Mauritius is one we make reservations for, part of our company. So let me know if you need a friends and family discount.
Thank you. Yeah, this is a big move for us. It's pretty scary. I've got to start learning my Portuguese, but we came to this island 2 years ago, or Alicia and I did, not KJ. We didn't have him then, and we liked it a lot. The cost of living is good compared to the rest of Europe, so that was part of it as well.
Wow, is there a lot of agriculture there?
Dairy farming is really big.
Okay.
A lot of cows.
I wouldn't think that on an island, but there's a lot of cows in Hawaii too.
Yeah.
They call it the Hawaii of Europe. So
They do?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's not quite tropical, but it is really beautiful, and it never gets colder than, maybe like high 40s in February or something. But
Oh, that's fantastic. My kind of weather.
yeah.
I
That's
live in,
overnight, It's not
and I
bad.
live in Michigan, so it's
Oh.
cold in the winter.
No doubt.
That's
No doubt.
fantastic. Well, when you come back, you said for your checkup before the end of the year, do you know how long you'll be staying, or will it be just kind of a turnaround?
We're not thinking that far out right now. Until
we have to figure out school holidays and stuff and how long he gets off.
So we're brand
Yeah.
new parents. We're parents for the first time. We're having to think about school schedules and stuff. Later this year's visit will probably be just to Texas. But in the future, I want to travel around a little bit more, the States, as well as the rest of the world. But it's going to depend on what we can all do together. But yeah, we're still Americans. We'll still be back,
Sure, that's awesome. Because we were super hoping to be able to meet you in person, and we've never been to Texas.
I'm wanting to go to Texas.
Her family's in
Mexico does.
Houston. her family's in Houston. We have lots of friends in Austin because, like I said, I've lived there for 20 years, and Alicia lived there for a long time as well. KJ's lived most of his life in Austin. Until recently, her sister was in
Colorado Springs,
but she just moved to Houston. My family's in the
I
Memphis,
grew up in
Tennessee
Colorado
area.
Springs.
Okay.
I graduated from high school and college there.
She and her husband were in the Army, and that's where they had them there.
Fort Carson, yeah.
Yeah. So my family's in Mississippi and Tennessee. So I'll be, visiting there to see them as much as I can, but honestly, it probably won't be more than once a year or whatever, but, we'll see.
Well, this one wants to go to, he wants to go to Belmont for college in Nashville. So
Okay.
we might, and we've never been to Nashville, and maybe we'll take a trip and, tour a couple of colleges out there. And
So I would love for us to meet up in Nashville. That would be awesome.
That would be amazing.
Austin's got a great music scene too, but obviously Nashville's country music. My sister lived in Brentwood and Franklin, which are just outside of Nashville. She lived there for a lot of years, although she's in Florida now. Yeah, but I'd love to meet up there. Even though I'm from Memphis, like 4 hours away, I don't know Nashville very well. I just never had the chance to get over there very often, but I'd like to. I hear a lot of good things about it.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's funny. My uncle lives in Houston, right outside of Houston. It's in Sugarland, Texas.
Oh, yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, really great meeting you guys. It's really important to stay in touch. So maybe Marty can help me get your email addresses at least, so we can just stay in contact. Joe, I'd really like to know your progress or whatever, if you could take the time to just say hi every, however often you feel like it. I want to stay in touch.
Well, Joseph, he likes to do, once in a while, he'll do a little live concerts on Instagram.
Okay.
And so if you're an Instagram follower, you can follow him. And he just did one of his lives a couple nights ago, first time since he had his transplant. But he has a lot of friends from school that hop on and are super supportive of him. And he just tries out new songs and works stuff out. And right now he's trying to figure out how to make his microphone work off one of his amps without a whole lot of reverb. Yeah.
Cool.
Snap and Instagram. That's pretty much it.
I'll check it out. I played a lot of concerts in the last year with my country band, but I always had somebody else figuring out the sound because that's not my area of expertise by any means. I'm not very technically inclined. So it's always good to have a sound engineer helping you out.
There's a local band here called the Country Music Project. And we met them about 5 years ago at a 4-H barn dance. And Joe just decided he was going to go meet the band. And we went through the line for the little buffet. And I was walking one way, I saw him walking the other. I said, "Where are you going?" He goes, "Oh, I'm going to eat with the band." They let him on stage. They made him a little paper. Actually, it was more than 5 years ago, but
it was a little.
It was when he was 7, I think. But they
That's
made him
cool.
a little paper plate banjo.
No, I did. It
Oh,
was
you
like a
did
little
it?
venue thing.
Yeah, he made a paper plate banjo for himself, and they let him be up on stage and sing some songs with them. And ever since then, since he's been learning songs, and he's all embarrassed now, but they let him on stage at some of their daytime, summertime events. So he'll get up. He would get up there and play some songs and sing some songs. And
yeah, but they broke up.
Yeah,
So-
I think they're taking a break this summer, so.
Well, no, I think
Yeah.
they actually broke up since
Yeah.
like the lead singer, like,
The lead singer went off to do something else, so we don't know what they're doing right now. But anyway, they've kind of fostered his passion for country music performance with real, actual, performances in front of an audience.
That's really cool. I mean, being big, not being shy will get you really far. Like having the courage. I know you were a little kid, right when that happened, but getting up there and just introducing yourself will get you really far. I've always been really shy, not very outgoing. That's why KJ's been so wonderful for us. He's the kind of guy that talks to everybody, and even here where we don't even speak the language, he's off making like 10 friends, and Alicia and I have to kind of struggle we're both introverts, so KJ's kind of taking the lead and showing us the way there. It's true.
That's awesome.
But I mean,
KJ.
if you're gonna be a musician, like you got to be that way, It's weird. It's weird for me because I was the singer in the band, but I'm still.
On the inside, like.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm shy, but I don't have that outgoing personality. So
you're not
that's a
that
good
shy,
thing.
You're a little bit shy, like some.
When I grow up, I'm gonna donate my kidney.
Aww.
I'm thinking about putting I'm thinking about it. If the doctors will even let me, I don't know if you can, but I'm wanting to put a little donate sticker on my license. So
Oh yeah.
if I'm able to do that, I don't know if I'm.
Well, he's studying for his driver's permit right now.
Right, you're that age. Cool.
Right, so I'm gonna put one of those donate your organs kind of thing on
The license plate.
yeah,
Yeah.
or thinking about it. I don't know for sure though.
Do it.
I don't want my body to be in a box. Like
Yeah, and Marty, that's why I would be happy to help out with any outreach you want to do. It's a sensitive thing because it's a personal decision. I don't want to ever try to like convince someone into doing something that they don't feel comfortable with, but at the same time, you want to show people that they can do this if they feel the calling to do that. I always considered myself an organ donor, quote unquote, because my license says that if I die unexpectedly, I'll donate my organs, but I never considered it while I was alive. And I think most people are like that. So I don't want to try to convince anybody because that's not my place to do that, but I would like to, in whatever way, make them aware that it's a possibility, because you never know who out there might see your website, for example, or those news articles that were in Littleton on the local news, and make that decision.
I want to convince somebody. It's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Alicia says she wants to convince somebody because it's the best thing that ever happened to her. So we got to know her recipient's family. They live. The coincidences keep happening. They happen to live about a mile from my parents' house, and we didn't know them. Yeah, we knew they were in the same general area, but they're just practically my parents' neighbors, and now we know them too, and we go see them on our way. We did this road trip before we moved here last week, and we stopped to see them too. But her recipient is a 70-something-year-old lady, but she's like family now to us.
Amazing.
Yeah, KJ loves her. They're fun people. We visit them, once a year or as much as we can.
They have a zip line.
Yeah, they've got a zip line in their backyard, so he likes that.
That's awesome. Sounds like she lives life to the fullest.
Oh, I haven't seen Jerry on the zip line, but she's got grandkids that are on it,
Yeah.
sounds like she has a big house for it or a big backyard for it.
Yeah.
Trust me, buddy. She has a game room.
Yeah. It's a fun place to visit. They've got a fun family.
Well, the past few years we've been involved with the donate. It's called the what is it called? It's the
Donate life.
donor dash.
Oh.
The donor dash here. Just kind of being there and being involved. The donor dash is like a 5K for Donate Life Colorado, and it's here downtown in Wash Park. But last year and now this year they're doing it remotely. You just kind of log your time and do your 5K or it's a 2K walk or a 5K run, but you get teams together, and next year I'm sure it'll be in person, and it's grown from like 1,000 people to like 7,000 people that come out and do the donor dash. So next year we'll probably be out there again and raising awareness, and it's covered by the news and everything. But you can do it remotely too by getting a team together and like logging your steps and that sort of thing, and celebrating from afar.
Cool.
And I think several different states do the donor dash, but the donor dash Colorado, Wyoming does it together.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So
and
it's a
thank
fun,
you.
really
Good.
fun event.
And for you, like showing how easy, I mean, you are the epitome of, like 2 months ago, you gave up a kidney, you fully recovered and moved to another country. So like that can show that anybody can do this and return to a normal life pretty easy. And my best friend, he did the parent donor because he was a match for me.
Okay.
And somehow I turned into a mutant and my antibodies changed. So he was no longer a match for me. And
Oh, wow.
10 weeks before we were supposed to have the transplant.
Oh, wow.
So he still decided to donate his kidney, and it went to the chain. And
Wow.
and he recovered in weeks and was out putting posters up for his job like 3 weeks later. So like you and him are perfect examples of busy people that can take the time to save lives. So thank you.
That's cool that he went ahead and went through with it, even though I think it's probably easier for people if they can conceptualize, okay, I know the person who's going to get my kidney, or if it's someone in their family or a loved one. What's a little bit more abstract or a little more difficult is when you don't have the person, in your life already.
Yeah, the emotional attachment.
But like I said, I'm glad I know you guys now. I'm really happy with the way things turned out, but not personally knowing the recipient wasn't. I was hoping you guys would get in touch, and I'm glad that we have, but it wasn't. That wasn't like a factor for me. I don't know if I'm explaining that really well, but
Absolutely.
Yeah, we completely understand. Oh, and we loved your Marty sent us a picture of you recovering, and we love the kidney pillow that you have.
Yeah, they gave me that at the hospital. That picture was like the day I got home, so I was still feeling kind of rough, but my recovery.
The hospital sippy cup.
Yeah. Yeah, what was I like that first week?
You look like he was drugged up.
I was drugged up.
Yep. Well, he's had over 28 surgeries, I think.
Oh, wow.
We've been in the hospital, he calls it his second home, which is on one side, it's kind of sad that the hospital is your second home, but on the other side, it's like, if you're gonna have to, go through life with, chronic medical issues, you better be comfortable at the hospital, right?
You might as well.
And so, yeah, so this was it was really exciting to go to the hospital knowing that something better was going to happen, and we weren't going in because he was sick or there's an infection or he needed a surgery to, fix something else that broke. It's, this was an exciting surgery to go in for. And then when they told him he had a kidney, it was, he did have to go on 3 weeks of dialysis. But 1 week after his first dialysis treatment, the coordinator, Adrian, came in and said, we have a kidney we think is going to work for you. And we're like, oh, it was amazing. And, you have 4 other kids that are in the room on dialysis, and you don't want to celebrate too much because right there in the room, because you don't know when they're going to be able to get off dialysis. So Joseph stayed in there and just kind of processed it. And I had to go out to the waiting room and kind of start calling people. And it was
awesome.
exciting. It was an exciting day. We couldn't believe that only a week into dialysis that it happened. Of course I cried.
And I was calling my friends.
And they called me and I cried.
Yeah. My parents and everybody. So, and then we started the planning.
What were you gonna say?
What is dialysis?
Oh, dialysis.
So they hook you up to they hook you up to a machine that does what a kidney does, but it's not fun, right?
It's not fun at all. The dialysis is pretty much cleaning out the blood from your kidneys. And
So does it hurt?
does it hurt? I mean, nah. Sometimes there might be some hiccups of it, where it kind of does hurt, or if you get too much blood taken out.
Show them where your port was. So you have to get a port that kind of goes right to your heart. And
It's good enough for charging. Cute. Hold on a minute.
The scar is right there where it used to be, the port. So it's just it's a line that goes into your veins, and it basically cycles your blood out of you and then through a machine and then puts the clean blood back in.
I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It goes like right here, down here, and then 2 stitches right here, and the actual port was right here.
So we had a couple pieces of plastic hanging out of him for about a month and a half.
Wow.
I have a question.
Dialysis is a miracle.
Got my scar, right?
Yeah, there's his kidney scar.
Wow.
And then I got my
And he's had a G tube for extra feeding and meds for 15 years, and he was able to get that out after he got his transplant this time.
Awesome.
So we were celebrating that he no longer has any plastic in his body. He's lived ever since he was born. He's had plastic in his body to help him live in one way or the other.
Wow. That's cool. I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah. He's a trooper. And everybody just says, no matter in the hospital, no matter where he's at, he always has that smile. Because he knows, okay, we're gonna do something fun after this.
Yeah, McDonald's.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Now I'm just drinking a lot of water, eating constantly, pretty much out of the house.
Yeah, he's still on some prednisone, so that makes him extra hungry, more hungry than a regular teenage boy normally is.
Yikes. And that's a lot.
You're just like me.
KJ is 12 and he eats more than I do. I'm 47.
And I'm 15.
Actually-
I like crazy.
We'll have to send you a couple pictures on your email of Joseph when he was on dialysis. Of course, I take pictures of like everything. So so I'll have to send pictures so you guys so KJ can see what a dialysis machine looks like.
Yeah, we'll probably I'll take a picture of it when we go to our
Well, I
next
have when you were
follow-up.
on dialysis. I have a picture of it.
Well, she has a picture of it. So
But it's a miracle they, you know, while you're waiting for a kidney, you know, while they're trying to make the best of everything, it's, you know, there's no dialysis for like any other organ in the body there, but you know, dialysis can keep somebody going for years and years if needed.
there are some side effects to it though. Like, I would get out of there.
Really
It
tired.
seems like every time with a headache, and I was really tired and I was hungry. And one time actually, voice crack. One time actually, my brother came in, visit me and picked me up, and I remember that it was snowing so bad. Snowing so bad, we almost
slid off.
no, Roy, yeah, my brother almost slid off the road, seemed like 3 times. And then we went to IHOP after that. We went to IHOP. We ate, did all that. Then when I got home, I just slept. Well, no, I did not sleep. I actually had to do therapy. I had to do therapy, and then I went to sleep.
Yeah, he's got a year, you know, physical therapy for his abdominals and learning how to do things a different way, and then occupational therapy. And so, yeah. And I also have, as he said in his letter, I have a 20-year-old son that works on a rodeo ranch up north called Survey Rodeo Ranch.
So maybe Roy, so maybe my brother can come down. Like you said, you were coming down like a little bit before Christmas or before the end of the year.
We're gonna need to come visit family before the end of the year, and then make sure KJ gets a chance to visit his friends back in Austin.
Awesome.
As far as Colorado goes, that'll have to be a road trip or something, maybe next year. But like I said, I want us to stay in touch.
But we don't.
Yeah,
have to
if
go
you do
for-
come down in Colorado, I think my brother will come down for like holiday, maybe.
Mhm.
I think he might. So he'll probably get a chance to meet you. So
Yeah, he'll be studying. He's getting an associate's degree in welding starting this fall. So he won't be home as much as we want him to be.
that means he can just roam a lot more.
What's
Yeah,
that?
I mentioned Alicia's sister being in the Army in Colorado Springs, but it slipped my mind that KJ's little sister lives in Colorado as well.
She has a lot of medical issues too. So
Oh, wow.
You know what city she's in?
she's
She's near Aurora.
Oh, that's
Okay.
here in Denver. That's here in Denver.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to
Aurora is where Children's Hospital is.
we're definitely going to be there to visit her. So like I said, we'll just stay in touch and make sure we can hang out at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we live in Littleton, so it's kind of far from Aurora. But, well, not that
No.
far. It's only 45-minute drive.
Okay.
And when that happens, I will fly to Colorado because I had to be a part of it.
Yay.
Well,
It's about
I'm really impressed with how resilient and strong you are. I feel silly talking about how nervous I was having one surgery and being cooped up in bed for a few days or whatever, because it sounds like you've been through
No,
a lot more than that.
well, if you think about it, it's kind of normal to be nervous about that big of a surgery like that. And here I am with 28 surgeries, not even worrying about it. But
You still get worried.
well, yeah, I always get worried, just not as much. But for a kidney transplant, I was pretty scared, like normally. because the other surgeries was like taking out a large spleen, taking a kidney out, a bad kidney out. Yeah. So they were kind of small surgeries, but this one was a huge surgery success surgery. So
Good.
it was a little scary for both of us, but both families.
Well, I'm glad that it works. Seems to be working for you. You know, if your body had rejected it or whatever, I would never say I regretted trying, but we would both not be as happy about it,
It
obviously.
seems like it's a very good match, and it makes a lot of urine.
And I will take good care of your kidney. Very good care of it.
Also,
Well,
It's
yeah,
yours now.
KJ.
It's yours now.
I have a question.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of it. It slipped out of my mind.
Well, you can ask them later because
Oh, I found out.
what is
I
it?
found it.
You found it in your head.
So is my dad's kidney gonna last 2 times as long as your other kidney? But how long did your other kidney last?
12 and a half years.
12
Yeah.
years. So he had a deceased donor kidney, and normally those don't last as long as a living donor kidney. So
Because-
hopefully, yeah.
Because a deceased one doesn't really make a lot of urine because the body shuts down, and since the kidney doesn't make any urine at all, it's not as clean as a living donor. So
Is it
am I saying the right stuff?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this one
That's
should
gonna
last
be-
at least
gonna die.
5 years. Or take him well into adulthood, and hopefully beyond.
Yeah, I hope so. I'll sign you up for his kidney for the next time around.
They sent us a picture. The surgeon on your side sent our coordinator or our surgeon a picture of your kidney before it got transported. So we have a picture of your kidney.
I asked them to take that
Actually, I think
picture.
I have it right here. Hold on.
Oh,
man.
wow.
What's that?
that's awesome.
You have the same picture?
I asked them to take that picture because my wife has a morbid sense of curiosity, and she wanted to see it.
So do I.
Yeah, so does
That's
he.
awesome.
Yeah.
I would be that same way too.
I'm so curious. I want to know what a heart transplant is like. Like just
Oh, that's a whole
watching
other
the
bag
video.
of worms. Yeah.
like just watching.
Somebody's gonna grow up to be a surgeon. They already
Yeah.
have it. Yeah.
I've seen that picture.
Yeah.
It's weird seeing your kidney on the outside.
But on the inside, it's nothing.
Well, thank you.
Yep. All of our friends were like, well, they thought you were coming to Colorado. And I said, no, he's in Texas. And, they'll pack that kidney and put it on a flight, and it'll land at DIA, and somebody will bring it over. And the transplant coordinator literally went down to the front doors with a wagon and picked it up.
Probably UPS.
Yeah.
UPS
So that was the-
van comes down.
No.
That was the
Gets
same
it
day,
figured
right?
out.
May 6th, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same day. Same day. It was, you had yours in the morning, and we were just waiting. And as soon as they heard that the kidney touched down at DIA, they took him back and started all the, getting him ready and anesthesia and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
when it hit the front doors, they were ready.
Awesome.
So-
Well, this is a cool thing to be a part of. So
Well, I do have to get ready for work in just a few minutes, but I could talk for hours.
yeah.
But
Let's stay in
But
touch,
yeah, well-
guys. Our lives are still kind of hectic as we try to. I mean, again, we've only been here 1 week, so we're trying to figure everything out. But thanks for making the time to talk, and please stay in touch.
yeah, we will.
Yeah.
definitely. We didn't have that opportunity with the first time around, so we'll definitely keep in touch with you. It's just super exciting and incredibly humbling, and you know, Joseph is destined for great things, I think.
Yeah. It's crazy to know that you're a musician, but that's awesome. I can't wait to see you perform.
Coincidence.
Yeah. It was nice meeting you too, KJ.
Yeah, it's nice meeting all y'all.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time and for emailing me, and I'm happy we could all connect that.
Thank you, Marty. Thank you very much. And let's you and I stay in touch too. Let me know what you organize as far as, you know, if there's any follow-ups with the news or whatever. I'm happy to do what I can.
Johnny, his other kidney.
Yeah, we should know Monday, tomorrow or Tuesday. We'll probably have that nailed down.
Okay, good deal.
All right, cool.
Oh, and would you
Well,
mind
thank
if
you so
I
much for
posted that picture of you online?
That's fine. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
All right.
Okay, guys. It's dinner time here. It's past dinner time, so I'm gonna go.
Yep.
Yep.
You enjoy dinner time. Have a good night's sleep, and still have a great time settling in.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Marty.
Bye,
Thanks,
Joe.
Marty.
Bye, Joy. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Talk to you soon.